We're discussing ending the wait. The final chapter, the final confrontation, years of court struggle, billions at risk, and finally, the end game is Ripple v. SEC. In the meantime, XRP is demonstrating significant strength, shattering all of its critical levels and gaining momentum. Is the price of XRP about to skyrocket? Let's dissect everything. So without further ado, everyone, have a seat and unwind. At $82,814, let's buy Bitcoin. Ethereum is presently trading at $1,894, down 0.12% over the last day. Both USDT and USDC are presently trading at their dollar pegs as XRP, down 0.78%. With the overall cryptocurrency market capitalization at $2,669 billion, it is up 3% over the last day and is maintaining that $2.20 range very tightly at $2.26. From here, where do we need to go? As we covered in the first video, take note of Bitcoin. Bitcoin must breach 95 and return above 86. If that doesn't occur, we will go back to the lower $70,000 range, let's say 3 times quickly. I applied a buffer. Between 65 and 75,000, I spoke. When we observe significant declines in cryptocurrency, we usually, though not always, go back and take advantage of any extra liquidity before beginning to push it back up. The bull run is over, right? Completely? No. Folks, have a look at this, a major news alert. Just now, $719 million was sent to Coinbase. Yes, you heard properly. $719 million has been transferred from a stablecoin to Coinbase after days of transactions. It is a whale. What do you suppose this whale will do? What do you suppose he will purchase? Although I would want for him to purchase XRP, he will likely purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP instead. Even if he plans to diversify this money, the amount of money being transferred to the exchange is substantial. Recall that stablecoins are beneficial to the exchange. Crypto is a bad thing for the exchange. It's beneficial to move cryptocurrency from an exchange to a wallet. Recognize the distinction. And have a look at this. There was a little VLO problem. I am aware that during yesterday's live stream, I received a lot of questions concerning VLO and requests for updates. As previously said, I will not be monitoring VLO until the conclusion of the year or cycle. I'm not too worried about anything for VLO at the moment. We are aware of VLO's demise. It is comparable to XRP. It is Asia's version of XRP. Over there, they adore it. However, one VLO costs 30 Thai baht, or roughly 89 cents in US dollars. The exchange has this. The exchange has recorded all of this information. There's something brewing, something cooking. I hope they will bring it to me once more. On that bad guy, I'll cash out. Hey, adults, only a few will understand this, stated digital asset investors. We will not listen to the whole thing. I'd like you to listen to the opening of this video before we move on to the XRP charge, the Ripple versus SEC debate, and central bank digital currencies. In 2020, Christina Georgieva came out as if it were inevitable. That's precisely what's going to happen, of course. In 2020, I also predicted the arrival of the central bank digital currency train. There is nothing that can stop it. Additionally, many Bitcoin investors are unaware that Bitcoin may be involved. And once more, I wouldn't mind paying $1,000 for Bitcoin. Go ahead and do it. I will continue to support Bitcoin. It simply causes me to doubt it. Additionally, gold can be used in both malicious and manipulative ways. Therefore, I'm not claiming that Bitcoin is corrupt and that gold is flawless. And everything will be okay if you're astute enough to accompany me to Zurich along the Shangri-La Road. However, we must answer these questions. And once more, the fact that we are gradually moving toward the same central bank digital currency, even stablecoins and tethered CBDCs, for years after COVID is not a coincidence. However, the tether issue is more significant. I believe Francis has some thoughts on it as well. However, you can see how the United States has positioned itself. I challenge you to possess it. A lot is going on there. A lot to absorb. I posted the entire interview on a little retweet if you would like to view it in its entirety. For it, visit my Twitter thread. Crypto Knowledge. Release this. XRP is it. In comparison to the market, A has demonstrated notable strength. Looking at the power of Bitcoin, we can observe that its domination over the last 3 days is practically at its highest point in this cycle. There you have it. Alternate season. You can see how lucky it is. We've mentioned this before. These markets will undoubtedly shift in favor of the alts once Bitcoin's market share surpasses 60 or 65%. It's still Bitcoin season till then. Until Bitcoin runs, until it breaks out, until it drains liquidity from these markets, nothing occurs. It will take some time for Bitcoin to accomplish this, but I don't say a long time. But it can happen quickly. It can occur quickly. Fortunately, the bull run is still going strong. The bad news is that he will continue to take off for a little while longer before those parabolic blow-off peaks appear. And he added his voice as well. XRP does look very similar here, he says. We are now discussing the January consolidation pattern on XRP. You may observe what transpired after it emerged from this consolidation and continued to rise. You see, the patterns pretty much look the same. Are we preparing for the next positive move? On this channel, time is a common topic. We need to be mindful of the timing. We would like to see XRP rise above $3, followed by the news or announcement that the lawsuit is over, the release of ETFs, and perhaps a Trump or Eric Trump tweet suggesting that everyone should purchase XRP because it's all about the news, the catalyst, and the timing. The more favorable timing we can find for XRP's current events or other factors, the higher the price will rise. However, XRP is facing a great deal of resistance at the moment, and we are trading between $2.50 and $3. Now that the lawsuits are gone, we don't want to hear that we were simply turned down. The sky is clear till 4, so give it to us when we're over $3. We can watch XRP tear out of $3, go into the $4 range, and then enter price discovery once we reach the $3 level, receive all this positive news, and get the ETF news. And have a look at this one. Speaking of ripples taken from the Bitcoin address, Matthew and I published this on the last day to file. I'm discussing XRP here, as well as the FBI and its resources. Additionally, I believe that more XRP will be added to the stockpile. Quite fascinating, isn't it? Additionally, Smoke Dog published a document detailing the settlement of the Ripple v. SEC case. This will authorize the use of XRP through the XRP ledger by central banks and other financial organizations. It's there. Those notes clearly show it. It's visible down here. Paul Atkins will completely withdraw the SEC complaint against Ripple, according to our prediction. We briefly discussed this last night, pointing out that Ripple is likely attempting to have some of the most important details left out of the case so that nothing can be used against them when they go public. On October 1st, 2021, remember this. This relates to the license that Ripple recently obtained from the central banks in Dubai, as well as the usage of XRP as a money transmitter and payment method for cross-border international transactions. We know that Bank of America will put a definitive end to this case once the U.S. is cleared up and XRP is operational in the U.S. Whether it's Ripple or the SEC, everyone is pointing to Ripple as the reason for the delay in the lawsuit. They wish to avoid paying the full fine because they believe that none of the other companies the SEC targeted had to pay anything, so why should they? Alternatively, they want certain details taken out of the lawsuit so that nothing would go in the way of their IPO.